Hi, I am Dr. Lindsay Silas, and I am an obstetrician gynecologist. You might be thinking, what is an obstetrician gynecologist? That is a medical doctor who specializes in the care of women. So, as you can imagine, that means we deliver babies. We make sure that women aren't suffering from cervical cancer. We evaluate women who complain of vaginal discharge and anything you can think of from generally when a woman starts having a menstrual period until she stops and beyond. What makes my job exciting is that I never quite know what I'm going to expect when I go to deliver a baby. Sometimes it can get quite complicated and turn into an emergency situation, so we might have to perform a cesarean section, which you might know is when we cut the baby out of the abdomen. Whereas other days, it can be pretty calm and relaxing. A woman happens to go into labor on her own or her water breaks, and she comes into the hospital, and we start to take care of her as her cervix dilates. You have to be 10 centimeters before she can start pushing. Once she starts pushing, the baby starts descending in the pelvis, and then we help deliver that baby or take that baby out of her vagina and put it on her chest for skin to skin care. In my specialty, we say the word vagina a lot. Hopefully, that's not offensive at all. Another thing to consider is we generally don't take care of men. So we take care of male infants while they're still in their moms, but once they are delivered, we offer them to the pediatrician. So if you're wondering what's the distinction between a doctor for children or infants compared to a woman like me, an OBGYN, we take care of mom and babies while the baby's still inside the mom. Once the baby is delivered, we ask our colleagues who are pediatricians to continue to take care of them. We also think that we can play a role in primary care. So I love to partner with our brilliant primary care specialists. Those could be family medicine doctors or internal medicine doctors who basically evaluate you for checkups to make sure that you're not getting sick, like with flu or with COVID, and they make sure that if you have high blood pressure or diabetes that you're stable on those medicines. I always encourage women who come to see me to also have a primary care doctor so that we can help you take great care of yourself in pursuit of wellness. And so what I really try to advocate for is a healthcare team. Speaking of healthcare teams, who else do I work with? So I mentioned primary care doctors. I also work with other surgeons. So while I am a surgeon and I can take patients to the operating room to remove ovarian cysts or remove the uterus if it is causing problems such as heavy bleeding due to something we call fibroids, which are benign muscle tumors. But God forbid if I encounter a woman who I think has cancer of her pelvic organs, I usually refer her to a cancer doctor. Those are called GYN oncologists. If she needs surgery because she is leaking from her bladder, I usually refer her to a urogynecologist. If she needs help because when she coughs or laughs, she leaks urine, sometimes we need to send her to a physical therapist. So, believe it or not, there are physical therapists for the pelvic floor. So, what I want you to hear is while I am a doctor that takes care of women, I can't do that alone. So, in every specialty of medicine, we have to collaborate. So, this is really a team sport. So, you have to be able to communicate well. That means writing effectively, and that means conversing very thoroughly. We have to be able to compromise and say, hey, I know you came into my office wanting this, but I really think this is the best course of action according to the medical literature. It might mean I need to pick up the phone or send a message to another doctor and say, hey, I know that you're taking care of this patient too. I'm really worried about her blood pressure. So medicine was never designed to be vacuum practice. We have to practice together to help take good care of patients. If you're wondering like what it takes to become an OBGYN, I went to 4 years of college. I happened to go to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, for my undergraduate studies, where I had degrees in French, which they called Romance Languages, and biology. But you don't have to be a science major in college to be a doctor. I think this is not well known and often a myth. You can be an English major, you can be an education major, you could be a business major and still decide to go into medical school. There's room for all of you at the table. So, whatever you decide to major in, know that you can still take prerequisite classes to qualify for medical school. If you choose to go to medical school, that is an additional 4 years. I went to Case Western Reserve University, which is located in Cleveland, Ohio. It was amazing. If I had to do it all again, I still would choose Case. And I went to Washington University at Barnes-Jewish Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri for my OBGYN training. Every medical specialty has a different length of time that is required for the training to become a physician. For OBGYN, it's 4 years. So if you did the quick math, I did 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, and 4 years in my residency training. But don't you worry, it was all worth it. If I had to do all over again, I would, because I am literally operating in my gift. I think medicine is my ministry. Very grateful to the Lord for giving me this opportunity. So while 12 years seems like a long investment, every day it pays off. When I get to meet with a family and deliver their baby, it's much different than taking out someone's appendix. People appreciate you, but they don't love on you like you do if they have you deliver their baby. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to consider this specialty, particularly because people of color, people like myself, are sometimes at increased risk for dying in a childbirth experience. Unfortunately, Black women in the United States have the highest maternal mortality. So we need your help. We need you to keep moms safe. We want you to be able to thrive and take care of your little ones. So if any of you are interested, I hope that you will join me in the fight to save moms and their babies. I work at Bella Obstetrics and Gynecology. That's BELLAOBSTETRICS and GYNECOLOGY. This is why we call ourselves OBGYN, because nobody had time to be spelling all that out. But long story short, I'm located in Houston, Texas. So please feel free to reach out. I'm so happy to help any of you in any way. I am only here in this space because our ancestors made that happen and I had wonderful mentors. So happy to help any of you, the next generation of physicians, to reach your dreams. Enjoy. Bye-bye.